All right, what's up? I'm going to show you my strategy on how marketing agencies can book 10 to 20 plus appointments per month using AI sales reps who prospect and book appointments automatically 24/7 like a regular human salesperson on platforms like email and LinkedIn. So I'm going to showcase this full system in this guide, and hopefully you can understand it and take advantage of this huge opportunity to book more appointments for your marketing agency. So, first step is to find leads within your ICP, your ideal customer profile. And where we find these leads is usually from Apollo or A-leads. So I'm going to show you Apollo now, how this could work. So basically what you do is you filter based on your ICP, your ICPs. You filter based on what companies that you help with your service. And if you are very broad with your services, that you help a lot of different companies, just use the ICPs that you have great testimonials in. So if you have great testimonials and reviews from a specific niche, then use this niche. The emails are going to work the better testimonials you have, basically, and where you have helped similar companies before. And don't worry, if you're scraping big lists, you can niche them down later in Google Sheets. So that's not a problem. So I'm just going to show you basically how this could work. So basically doing like this, you're scraping these leads based on the criteria. So you're doing job titles, you are adding verified here. You can do this free, by the way. You can get a free account. You can put the location and the employees, so 1 to 50. So this is a lead list that I'm going to scrape here in Sweden. So marketing and advertising agencies 1 to 50 in headcount in Sweden with these relevant job titles. So yeah, then you have this list, and what you do is you actually copy the link, and then you go over to some sort of Apollo lead scraper, which the one we have been using, we actually haven't used Export Apollo, but I've heard that it's working well. We have been using Scrapper.co. So Appify is also something you can use. So I'm just going to give you an example how it works. So what you do is you basically just go to this site, and then you can scrape the leads for really cheap. So if you want 10,000 leads, it only costs $20, and you just go and do it from here. It's really simple. But you basically need to paste the Apollo URL link, which you have on your lead list, so they can see exactly what lead list you want. So that's the first step, and now you have your list of highly targeted sales qualified leads in your niche, which you can just contact through this system. And what you do then is you need to build this list with AI personalization and ChatGPT, which is GPT for Sheets. You could use something like Clay, which is obviously the best thing to use. It's like an AI personalization software for email, but yeah, it's really expensive. So if you don't have that budget right now, I can show you. You would probably need like this one, $314 per month. And if you don't have that budget, you can use GPT for Sheets, which is basically free. I think it costed like I paid like $30 and I have a lot of credits. So it's really, really cheap. And what you do is you will have your Google Sheet here with your lead list, and you will have a lot more variables. You will have like LinkedIn profile, location, and stuff like that. So this is where you can create different AI personalizations based on these variables. And just to give you an example of what you could do is I did something that I've done before to increase the reply rate and open rate, is to actually scrape a top rated restaurant in the locations in the prospect's location. So you just put it like that in the prompt, and yeah, like that. And then here you have the restaurant where you will just show an example. So you just do like this, GBT, and bam, like that. Now we'll see how this works. So Oscar from London, let's see what restaurant they will generate. Dishoom. So let's see if this actually is a restaurant in London. Yeah, so yeah, you can see how this works. It's kind of effective to personalize your emails and make it think like they actually researched you before they sent out your email. And you can get really creative with this. You can also enrich the lead lists from different softwares, but that is kind of expensive. So if you want to keep it on the cheap side, I would recommend to use GPT for Sheets. And then you need to buy your domains and warm up the email accounts. And the domain provider we use is GoDaddy or Namecheap. We have mainly been using GoDaddy, which has been working well for us. And then what you do is you need to get the email accounts. So if you want SMTP email accounts, which is basically, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not Google or Microsoft. So it's basically like a third-party provider. Then we use Maildozo, which has worked really well, and also premium inboxes for G Suite accounts. So I would recommend to mix your email tech stack infrastructure if something goes down and starts going to spam, so that you are not stranded. So, for example, if Google would have a major new update where they will, you know, make the deliverability really bad, then you would still have the Maildozo accounts. So this is really good to have it like mixed up if something goes bad. Also, if your just domain goes blacklisted or just goes to spam. So now you have the foundations, you have the lead lists, you have the personalization, you have the infrastructure for the emails. Now you need to add the leads to an automation software for LinkedIn or email. And for LinkedIn, we use HeyReach or Expandy, which has been working really well for us with good pricing. For cold email, we use Instantly or SmartLead, which has been working well. SmartLead is a bit better for like on the pricing side. So that's what we're using right now, basically. And then you add the email accounts and start warming up these email accounts in Instantly or SmartLead. And in the meantime, you have 14 days to warm up these accounts. You need to learn the psychology of cold outbound, cold email, and sales to be able to close clients from cold email. And I have booked 8 appointments in a week for my own agency from around 15 email accounts and closed the majority of my clients from cold email. So it definitely works if you know what you are doing. And I also helped the agency FrameBrains to generate 20 positive leads in 6 campaign days with cold email. So I know the psychology behind the mechanism and cold outbound. Going to show you some important tips for cold email, which is find your own angles and copy. The second you start looking like all the other messages, you won't get any answers. So you need to stand out in the prospect's inbox to actually get replies and get booked meetings. And have an irresistible offer aimed at a specific target group. Don't sell to everyone. It's really, really important to have a good irresistible offer. And you can use ChatGPT for irresistible offer creation. So I'm just going to show you how you could use ChatGPT for this. So I just put this prompt. You're a highly experienced irresistible offer creator, and I want you to create an irresistible offer for my marketing agency helping beauty clinics with meta ads using Alex Hormozzi's value equation. My goal is to create a blue ocean offer in this niche, and I want to be able to sell on cold traffic. So let's see what it does. So yeah, in the meantime, I can explain one. Let me see. Yeah, so what I was about to say is that you also need to have a good presence online. So basically what these prospects will do the minute that they see your email and actually start to get a bit interested is they will search you up on Google. So the searches that they get up on Google will actually determine if they will book an appointment or not and how good your company website looks. So if you have a bad company website, which does not give any, which does not build any trust with the prospect, they will not book an appointment. So that's obviously something that's really important that you need in order to make this to succeed, basically. So you need to have a good website, good LinkedIn profile, and good online presence, basically, to actually look like a professional. So now let's see what they did. So yeah, so you can basically see here, you can see what ChatGPT does, and you can just tweak it and add from your experience in the niche to stand out more and have a more irresistible offer. It's a really good way to tweak your offer, and always showcase good customer reviews and testimonials in the emails, because the prospects that are receiving these emails want to know if your service works for their company. Like, it can work for some random company, but if it doesn't work, if it hasn't worked before for a similar company to them, why would they think that it would work for them? So that's really important to have some sort of social proof in the niche that you are contacting. And really important, aim to start a conversation. Never pitch a meeting or your service in the email. So this is kind of a fine line of like pitching. You obviously need to tell them what you do and so on, but never pitch in the first email. Your goal is to start a conversation and maybe lead with value and offer something for free. So a good soft call to action is sending over a video explaining your strategy, or offering an irresistible lead magnet that is actually valuable for them that you could charge money for. So let's say for in my case, if I would do outreach with this service and I would basically give them a free lead lists of thousands of qualified prospects, that would be valuable for the prospect, and I could actually charge for that. And it's not that expensive for me to scrape that lead list, like maybe could be just like $1, a few bucks. So try to see it as if you get a meeting for a few bucks, that's actually a really good price per qualified meeting. So it's worth it to have a really good lead magnet, which you could charge for basically. And also you can just ask if they are open to hearing more. So this is not optimal, but it still works. Like it's a soft call to action. They don't feel that much friction. It's just you are asking if they just want to hear more, basically. And then when you have all of this out, you have your email sequences, you have everything sorted out, you can start the campaigns and book a lot of meetings for your agency. So you need to A/B test offers, angles, copy, appointment book strategies, and basically you need to find what works for your email strategy. And something that's really good is to utilize warm calling. So calling all the leads who have replied positively for your campaigns minutes after the lead replies and get them booked directly onto a call. So it's usually it could take a while to have like email conversations going forward. So sometimes or maybe most of the times it's best to just call the lead straight up when they mention some sort of interest in your service. So if they just reply with, yeah, I want to hear more, just call them directly and speak to them and get them booked onto the appointment directly. And it's really important that you call these leads up or answer the leads as fast as possible after their replies. It's good if you just answer them directly. After a few hours, they might not be interested anymore. So that was the full breakdown of the system, how you can use AI sales reps and AI-driven cold outbound to book more appointments for your marketing agency. And if you feel like this was a bit overwhelming, or maybe you feel like you can't set it up yourself, or you don't have the psychology behind the cold outbound, cold email and sales to be able to get this to work, I would love to schedule a call with you to see if we can help you solve your appointment booking issue, and if we can help you fill your calendar with qualified appointments for your marketing agency. So if you just want to hear more about how we work and how we can help you, feel free to just book a call here. It's a button on the screen, and we can just talk more, see if we are a great fit, if we even can help you with this. So really glad you listened all this way, and hope you have an awesome day. Cheers.